I'm sure you're all well aware that Animal Crossing New Horizons is just a couple of days away. In fact, many of you probably have Friday the 20th circled on the calendar. Maybe you were taking work off or school off, and maybe now you don't have to because of this crazy pandemic. But I'm sure you know it's coming Friday. But what if I told you I could help you get the game a little bit earlier? What if I told you I could help you get the game on Thursday morning instead of Friday morning? Would you be interested? Well, this is a trick that we've used here at Switchforce for years now, and it's nothing sketchy, it's nothing shady. It's just utilizing the other region eShops that Nintendo wholeheartedly allows you to access on the Switch. And by creating an Australian eShop account and grabbing Australian eShop points, I'm gonna help you play Animal Crossing New Horizons a full day early, bright and early on Thursday morning. If you guys are excited about this, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you appreciate the video. I just wanted to share the love with all of you. I know people are eagerly waiting for this game. I know right now is a tough, challenging time, and I know it would make a big difference if you had something awesome to focus on, divert your attention, maybe reduce some of your stress and anxiety. So let's get everybody Animal Crossing New Horizons a little early. Now, it will release first in New Zealand, but the kicker for all of these alternate region eShops is that you need currency and eShop cards specific to said region. And it's much harder to acquire New Zealand eShop cards than it is Australian eShop cards. So we're going to use Australia, which still will have you getting the game bright and early on Thursday morning. It starts with creating a Nintendo account, then we got to grab the points, and then we got to go add the account to our Switch, pre-order the game, preload the game, and we will be prepped and ready for Tom Nook and our beautiful island getaway a day early. Here we go. So to kickstart this entire process, we've got to go to nintendo.accounts.com, and that is where we're going to be able to create our new Nintendo account. Now, we obviously want to create a brand new account because we are trying to access a different region eShop, and we'll have to pick our birthday. I was born on January 1st, 1893. It was a very, very festive New Year's Day before the turn of the century. We got to create a nickname here. Obviously, you guys can pick whatever you want. Switchforce Aus is not going to fit, so I'll do SF_Aussie to help me know that this is my Australian account. I'm going to put an email in. Now, if you have an extra email, you can use that, but it can't be one that's already tied to a Nintendo account. So you may need to create a new Gmail. I'm going to use the switchforceaus@gmail.com. That way I know it's going to be good. Got to get the password in here, so we'll skip past that real fast. And it's got your date of birth, it's got your gender, and then most importantly, your country or region. So we're of course going to pick Australia. As I mentioned, New Zealand would be the ultimate best, but Australia is a very close second, and it's much easier to get those eShop point cards. So we are ready to go. We've got the account just about created here. Everything is set. I'm going to not receive emails, and I am going to agree to terms of service. And then it's going to want me to verify said email. So I'll go into my email, grab their little 4-digit code, super easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We bring the code back to the website. We confirm that we've got verification, and voila, the account is going to be created. Now we need to eventually merge it onto our Switch. But before we go to the Switch side of things, let me show you how to get these point cards. Now, I know it seems a little dicey, like, ooh, you're going to get other region point cards from a website, but I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 3.5 years, ever since the Switch came out, and I have had no problem. So we're going to use a website called offgamers.com, and the site may look like, oh my gosh, are they going to take my money and not deliver the point cards? But I'm telling you, they will. A couple of years back, they struggled a little bit in terms of their verification of payment, and sometimes it would take a few hours to get your point cards. But last year and this year, it's been no problems. You get them almost instantaneously. And I'm going to show you the whole process, so you don't worry, you don't fear. If anything comes up, hopefully it'll come up for us, and we can make sure that we tackle this together. So here on Off Gamers, they sell all sorts of point cards. We obviously want Nintendo eShop point cards, and they have them for all sorts of different regions, but we're going to want to pick AUS for Australia. So you'll scroll down the list, click on Australia, and they have different point cards which show the Australian denomination and then how much it costs in your denomination. So for me, it's US dollars, and they've got this $60 Australian point card that costs roughly $40 US. Now, how much money do you need? Well, it depends on the game, of course. So let's go to Nintendo's. Oh, it's not Nintendo.au. What is it? Nintendo Australia is going to be, Nintendo.com and then AU. Okay, so we want to go to the Australian website here to find out exactly how much Animal Crossing costs. And because you don't yet have your account on your Switch, it'll be easier to just find out the price online. So I'm going to search for Animal Crossing, and we shall see how much this guy costs. I'm guessing it's about 80 or 90 Australian dollars. That, I think, is usually what the conversion is. So let's see. Pre-order now. Digital version. La-di-da-da, la-di-da-da. 79.95. All right, so we need about 80 Australian bucks. Now, unfortunately, right now on Off Gamers, they only have the $60 cards in stock. Normally they have 60, 30, 15, so you can mix a 60 and a 30 and only have a little bit left over. You're going to have to buy two $60 cards, which sounds terrible, but one, it's only about $80, so it's not that much more than the game. And two, you still get to use those points, and you can use those points for any future game, whether it's just a normal eShop game that's already out, something else that you want to get early. It's good to have the Australian bucks. Once you have this account set up and once you purchase this, trust me, you're going to want to use it again. So having that extra currency, even if they don't bring those $30 cards back in stock, it's going to be okay to have the extra. I like to use PayPal. It seems to be the simplest way for them to receive your payment, confirm your payment, and deliver your order. You can use cards. I recommend PayPal. I just think it's the most seamless and the easiest process. So once you buy, it's going to pop up this timer and say, okay, we're waiting for your order to be confirmed, in which case they will pop your code on this screen. But fear not. Even if it takes a couple minutes, you will get it. They'll probably send an initial email saying, hey, we received your order. We're verifying and processing, awaiting. You got to wait for this little timer to tick down. Cost me about $40, as I mentioned. I only need one of the cards because I already have some Australian currency, so I only need one card, but you'll probably need two. It does say that it needs a little bit more time, but fear not. This is going to work. I'm glad this happened that way. If it happens to you, you don't freak out and think that you got scammed. You didn't. This site just sometimes takes a little bit while to verify and confirm, and we will refresh once this timer is up. And look, there we go. The code is ready to go. Here's the code. You click show code. It gives you the code that you're going to plug in on the eShop on your Switch. That is our ticket to early Animal Crossing. We're almost there. Now we just got to put the account on the Switch itself, go pre-order Animal Crossing, preload, and we're ready for early access to the big game. Now that we've got the Australian account creation and the Australian eShop points purchasing out of the way, we're ready to activate everything on our Switch. So if you go down to System Settings, you'll be able to create a new user. You can see I've got users for all sorts of eShop accounts, just in case there's anything exclusive, different, or early. We'll go here to Add User, close out of my Mario Odyssey game that I was playing, and we'll create a new user. So we'll pick, ooh, they've got some, dude, I have to pick an Animal Crossing guy, right? I have to. Let's find a good Animal Crossing photo. Sorry for this slight, here we go. Beautiful. The Nook kids. The background is a little detour, but we need this. This is important. It's a good piece of the puzzle. Now we know that this is going to be ready to go. I'm going to nickname this Aussie. So I know that this is for my Australian account. You can nickname it whatever you want, or nickname it Bob and or Animal Crossing itself. Then we have to link a Nintendo account, and that's why it's important that we did the part on the computer or your phone or wherever you want to create your account first. And we can then log into that via an existing Nintendo account that we set up. So as you remember, it was over here as the Switch Force OS. I'm going to show you how simply this all works. And Nintendo, you know, they may have some archaic online ways, but they do allow their accounts to nicely work. And the region-free eShop action has been one of my favorite favorite like subtle features of the Switch, something that Nintendo didn't really believe in before, something that they really locked down previously and that was very difficult to take advantage of, now is pretty cool. And after that's input, you'll be able to link to your console, and obviously that's okay because it's a brand new account for one specific purpose. And the good news is that it's pretty darn simple. A lot of times when you create an alternate region account with a different service, they will really want you to input a credit card, an address, all sorts of those things. But you need not do that whatsoever. As you'll see, you can boot this up, find Animal Crossing, and input directly your eShop code that you now already have acquired and screenshotted or have pulled up on your phone or computer, and it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy. So they'll make us enter our password. And voila, you're into the eShop. Like I mentioned at the top, once you download this, you'll be able to play it with any of your accounts, so fear not. Preload and play from midnight on 3/20, which is a heck of a lot earlier in Australia than it is here in the United States. So we're going to proceed to purchase, and you'll see what happens. It'll bring up a payment screen. You'll need to add funds. You don't need to merge funds. You don't have a previous account that you're trying to link, but we do have a Nintendo eShop card. We'll plug in the code, and we'll be ready to download. We're good to go. We pre-order and pay so that we're ready to play, and now it's going to begin the preload of Animal Crossing on the system. I'm probably going to have to clear some space, but here it is, ready to go. And then based on your time zone, when Australian, yeah, I gotta delete a lot of space, 6.3 gigs. We'll do that on my own time, but depending on your time zone, and I'll put some of the more common ones on the screen so you guys can easily see when it's gonna go down. You'll be raring and ready to go Thursday morning. That simple. And when you boot this up, just like any game, you'll be able to pick whatever user you want. You don't have to use your Australian account. You can use your main profile, and it'll work like a charm. Again, New Zealand does get it a tinge earlier, but it's far simpler to acquire those Australian eShop points as I showed you. And now if you want to make this happen, you can play Animal Crossing before everybody else picks up their copies, or before the US or even the UK or even the Japanese eShop updates with this game. It is going to be served first and foremost to those Aussie gamers, and it could be to you as well with these simple steps. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. I cannot wait to rapid fire click this until it unlocks for real and we can play Nintendo's latest epic. I'll see you guys on Thursday with Animal Crossing New Horizons footage and content. Make sure to hit that like button if you're ready and enjoyed this video. Subscribe to stay up to date on the latest and greatest from the Switch. Turn that notification bell on so as soon as my first video hits, you can be ready for it. I appreciate you all a lot. Hope you're staying safe and healthy out there. Be good to yourself and others. And until next time, Switch Force out.